Hello everyone, and welcome to my Facebook Live TV show, Views from My Balcony, which airs every week on Thursdays at 10 a.m. and that's Pacific Standard Time, as we are here in Los Angeles, California. For those that are returning and watching my YouTubes, watching my Facebook Lives, welcome back. And for those that are new, every week, my angelic family, the posse of angels who I am part of, we bring forth messages to help people with clarity, direction, joy, forgiveness, compassion, and peace, serenity, and tranquility, which are things we certainly need in these unprecedented times on planet Earth. Now, firstly, I want to remind everyone that I am a Reiki master teacher. I have been since 2003. I have attuned many Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, and I love supporting, mentoring, and helping my students on their Reiki journey. This is one of the many testimonials which I've received from my students. This person writes, learning Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, and mastership under your guidance has helped light my path so I can clearly see I am whoever I choose to be and have the power to steer my life in any direction. Candy's spiritual knowledge, along with her caring, loving nature, has been a foundation which has allowed me to feel secure and comfortable to open up and work through personal issues and blockages. Candy's helped me develop and connect to my own spiritual knowing, which is something I feel that I could not have done on my own. I feel and know that the light is within me now. Thank you, Candy. You've saved my life. And that comes from Elizabeth in Queensland, Australia. Your Reiki studies, if you choose to study with me, can be conducted in my beautiful office here in Santa Monica, California, now that things have opened up, or it can be conducted over Skype or FaceTime, or over the phone if you would like. If you are interested to learn Reiki, to go on this extraordinary journey, please call me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, and that's Pacific Standard Time. So, and also I'd like to remind everyone that I am open and I am taking bookings for my intuitive counseling sessions, and which include those angel tarot readings and also Reiki healings if necessary. But firstly, let's get to the channeled messages. How did everyone go with the powerful Cancer new moon eclipse energies that occurred on June 21st? I, for one, felt like a squashed cabbage. So many people felt so exhausted and flattened by that powerful eclipse. As a result of those eclipse energies, it is bringing in dramatic changes as we are now experiencing an energy reset and are witnessing the beginning of a new era on planet Earth. So happy, so jubilant. As of July, our entire planet will be rebooted and reset. This will shift many to find closure and experience miraculous, intense healings in order for us to fully step into our power, as we are not only making peace with the past, but we are also seeing the collective taking measures to heal the past. For instance, some are saying that Columbus Day will be taken off of the national holiday schedule, and days like June 19th or Juneteenth, as some call it, which will be a national holiday which actually commemorates the date of the ending of slavery. This heralds a powerful time of karmic blessings, major comebacks, and total realignment as it's recharging our warrior spirit within to step into our soul's next mission here on planet Earth. The eclipse energy is a massive gateway opening, and it's brought on by these powerful energies. This eclipse energy is helping us, many of us, to get us back on track with our destiny. And it does this by creating and bringing in new opportunities as it is setting the stage for the next 3 months. Because this eclipse is in the North Node, it is giving us the green light to do whatever our heart desires. And speaking about our hearts and love, today, June the 25th, so exciting, Venus, which was retrograde, finally goes forward, ending 2.5 months of, in many cases, heartbreaks, disappointments, finances stalling, emotional upheavals, and relationship chaos. For many, money will start flowing again smoothly, and satisfaction will begin to manifest in our lives. After experiencing this huge gateway opening brought on by these powerful energies, the next important date for us to remember is June 27th, which is when Mars, this is the planet of action and energy and drive and desire, will be moving into Aries, where it will be staying for the remainder of the year. Mars in Aries brings out our strong warrior. It helps us to think about our goals and our ambitions. It gives us a rush of energy, and it motivates us to get things done. Then on June 29th, retrograde Jupiter aligns with retrograde Pluto. What does this mean? When this alignment happens, it usually heralds news about the global financial markets. And on a personal level, we may be drawn to look at our financial situation and or dive deeper into the energy of abundance. Now, with finances flowing again, we may have a surplus of money, and we might have to think about where we would like to invest, what charities we would like to give to. I mean, these are all possibilities when money does start to reflow in our lives. But the posse of angels, and just hearing their words, they want to remind us that abundance is not just material wealth. We really must allow ourselves to feel the energy of abundance. We can have an abundance of love, an abundance of friendship, an abundance of health and joy, and we can have an abundance of forgiveness. We can have an abundance of, some people would have an abundance of kindness, generosity, passion, and an abundance of peace, serenity, and tranquility. And boy, do so many of us need that after the trauma of the last 3 months. This is the same abundant energy that brings in opportunities, abundantly sparks new ideas, and helps us to really, really see that riches, prosperity, and wealth and abundance are always all around us. By tuning into abundant energy at this time, it can help us to be inspired to feel hopeful and optimistic for the future. As of June 21st, we are officially in Cancer season. Cancer is my moon. Cancer's energies represent our soft, watery, emotional side, but it does represent our home and uniting ourselves, taking all of those lost, far-flung pieces of ourselves and bringing them back home within us. This will be leading many to feel whole once again by reclaiming all of those pieces of who we divinely are. It's helping us to expand into limitless possibilities once more. And last week's eclipse energies helped us to expand and enhance the manifestation of possibilities in our life. Being home might mean being at home within our physical bodies. It could mean feeling home in expressing ourselves and expressing ourselves not only with our communication but with our bodies as well. It could mean our literal homes, becoming aware if we are comfortable with our house and location and where we are living. Do we feel like there's a move for us on the horizon? Or if you're comfortable in your home, maybe this aspect, there's some aspect of your home that needs to be refreshed, possibly a new coat of paint, a remodel, or perhaps just arranging your existing furniture. Because we have changed so dramatically over the past 3 or 4 months, don't be surprised if you're no longer resonating with your current home or your current location. These healing Cancerian energies are moving us into and clearing a path for us to be aligned with love, compassion, a vitality within us, and abundance, moving us to what the posse of angels and I have always referred to as our God-gifted, divine, eternal natures. With so many of us connecting to our powerful, sovereign natures, we are so slowly shedding our old skins, and we are coming into and emerging into our majesty and the glory as powerful, multidimensional beings on planet Earth. In fact, the posse of angels is giving all of us some homework. They're saying, turn off technology, light a candle, and sit in quiet reflection, imagining what your life would look like if you were a king or a queen. And when in actual fact you already are. But imagine with a sweep of your hand, you can dictate where you live, what you're doing, and how you feel. Your wishes would be the universe's command. Employ all your 5 senses to experience what your life would look like. The reason that we wish for you to do this is because many of us are stepping in to wear our royal cloaks and our garment of majesty, no longer controlled and manipulated by any outside force. It is this liberation that is causing us to think about and consider new areas that we wish to discover and passionately and creatively explore. It's within this energy that is reigniting. It's actually sparking our lives once again. The fire is being turned on within us as energetic portals are expanding, new opportunities coming onto the horizon. And the more we're aware of this, the more that we can take advantage of these opportunities. To make sure that you are fully open to receive, the posse of angels and I have spoken at length about letting go of attachments and expectations as to what we might have thought our lives would look like and to what we thought we would be doing. By doing this, it creates space for the fulfillment of our soul's co-created purpose, our mission to be fulfilled in the most divine ways possible. By releasing attachments and expectations as to what we thought we'd be doing, we co-create. We co-create and we become more free to be all that we possibly can be. To help us do this, we must live solely in the present moment and cherish the unknown. Cherish not knowing and stop waiting. By consciously stopping ourselves from waiting, it helps tremendously if we allow ourselves to deeply know that all our needs will be provided for. And since we are solely on a need-to-know basis, we'll be given relevant information to our purpose, our mission, when the timing is the most divine. Until that happens, we don't wait, but we live in an abundant essence of creativity, bringing forth that which we are enthusiastic and excited about. With all our talk, myself and the posse of angels talk of releasing and letting go of expectations and attachments, which we thought we might be living, the posse of angels is reminding us that in actual fact, we don't lose control by surrendering. Because by surrendering, we allow ourselves to step under God's magnificent, helpful umbrella of being able to fully co-create in the most extraordinary, miraculous of ways with Divine Source for not only our own soul's greatest good, but for the greatest good of all concerned. In other words, we let go in order to allow and let God direct us to live the most divine life that we possibly could live here on planet Earth. Now, the posse of angels is asking us to look at our physical attachments, which we might have. This could be an attachment to our home, our cars, maybe our material things, all the things which we have placed importance on, being physical beings in a physical world. But now, with the reset of the world as of the Cancer new moon eclipse, to encompass more of those energies of the fifth dimensional realities and higher, we may start to feel a need to release more and more focus and attachment on external things in order for us to be energetically free and able to bring all our energy back to us. We begin to realize that all of the energetic expenditure that we scrupulously devoted to external things, like we might have put a lot of emphasis on designer clothes, on driving a certain car, of going to certain restaurants, or being seen at certain events, or all of those outward things. Now it may feel like that's an absolute energetic drain on us. Having shifted and changed dramatically, we are reclaiming our energies that now are in most resonance with us and are of most importance. The posse of angels is saying that this detachment is occurring for many because, having reclaimed our powerful, divine, sovereign, multidimensional self, we no longer need attachments to external things to qualify and to quantify who we are, as we are beginning to fully embrace the glory and the divinity of our I Am presence. We can actually let go of all of those things that we received our identity from as we come to the realization that we are so loved, we are so cherished and adored for solely who we are. And nothing external will ever be able to come close to helping us recognize our self-worth. The posse of angels and I have spoken on the previous shows about how we all have been in a healing chrysalis up until now. And while we were in there, we were dissolving anything that was not divinely who we are. June's energies were all about bringing ourselves back to ourselves, back home to ourselves. Although the release of our attachments can be liberating for many, it may cause some people to yearn for the past and to wish the past back, as they had these attachments and became comfortable with them for a very, very long time. In addition, we were programmed and used to seeing ourselves through these physical attachments. But as our consciousness rises, we become aware of those attachments that are no longer serving the new sovereign divine beings that we are. With this amazing feeling of reset on the planet, many feel like we've grown new skins. As confirmation to this, last week we got one of the cards I drew was Snake Spirit, as we are shedding those old lives. having gone through this tremendous transformation, the posse of angels is sharing that it is very important for all of us to validate and to value our self-worth. Give ourselves credit for all that all we've done, for our accomplishments, and who we have now become. We have spoken about how we are no longer manipulated and controlled by anything, any dark forces, and the only way we can remain controlled is by choosing to give our power away to outside authorities, like watching the mainstream, manipulated, controlled, manufactured media. We are being asked to turn the mirror back on ourselves to see the powerful, divine, multidimensional beings that we have become and always were. We tune into our unique energetic signature and how we would like to creatively and passionately share our special gifts, abilities, and talents with the rest of the world. Last week, the posse of angels and I spoke about this feeling of liberation and the wish to bring our attention to how this feels when we give ourselves credit and acknowledge our special energetic signature, especially if we have felt and allowed ourselves to be controlled in the past. Many are beginning to feel whole and liberated and finally free to be who they divinely are. This is the direct reflection of the world now being liberated from the dark forces, and it was we, the collective, raised our consciousness that brought about a tipping point that revealed so many dark agendas at once. With our feelings of liberation growing, it is increasing a hunger within us to question, to learn, to discover new creative ways that we can expand this wonderful liberated feeling, and as to how we can express ourselves and how we can show up in the world. So we are coming to the culmination and the completion time of the Illuminati, the dark forces, the end of the cabal, the deep state, the dark agenda here on planet Earth. The collective is in varying states of coming to grips with the depths of crimes against humanity while trying to adjust to a golden age of truth where nothing is hidden anymore. And many of us are feeling exhausted as we are contending with being emotionally drained by the betrayal, and that is why it's more important than ever at this moment to practice self-care and keep our energies loving, forgiving, peaceful, and nurturing. The posse of angels are saying to keep going. Just keep going. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Yet at the same time, find ways to joyfully create and passionately create, and that will help to increase your energies at this time. So when I went to my cards to get some more indication of some more messages, the first one that came out was Become the Elixir, with its message of let your glow do the heavy lifting. The posse of angels wish for each of us to know that ever since we became conscious and had life-altering experiences, including the one that we experienced these last 3 months, we garnered and remembered libraries worth of spiritual knowledge. You know, the posse of angels and I have often stated that humans do learn their best lessons through challenges, hardship, and adversity. And while we wish to, and while we may wish to and are very excited to transmit and share our knowledge to everyone on the planet by passing along all things on social media to wake people up, it's important to remember that when the message is uninvited, our gifts of sharing this knowledge may just fall on deaf ears, or you may experience an almighty backlash to a well-intentioned email or social media post. The posse of angels is asking us to honor the wisdom that we've earned and learn by remembering that we are the elixir of life. An elixir is a magical potion that can alchemically change things. By each of us being that elixir without imparting and sharing even one single word or doing anything, our essence is medicine, the blessing and the presence that soothes hearts, minds, and spirits of all we meet. If you are one of those people who feel intuitively urged to share information about the dark agenda, then above all, follow your intuitive urge and do so. But do remember, when you are mentally trying to figure out mentally trying to figure things out as to your next move, and you're caught in maybe a constant carousel of doubt and worry and fear, that we do our best work simply by being and beaming our unique singular essence by just showing up. Oh, and with it being a number 50 card, that is number 5. That is heralding change on the horizon, perhaps change in the way that you are currently sharing or beaming your elixir with the rest of the world. So that's that card. Beautiful card. Next card that came out for us was Eyes on the Prize. It's a 44 card, and its message is trust the guidance of your North Star. With the 4s representing stability, support, willpower, success, wholeness, and inner wisdom. When the 4 is doubled to 44, another master number, it amplifies these things and creates a very strong foundation for not only the present moment, but for the future as well. With so many of us feeling like we have returned from a hard-won energy, a hard-won journey, we realize that it was always a journey from who we used to be to becoming who we are now. And because of the different changes that we've gone through, the landscape of our realities will change, and they will change dramatically. The posse of angels is saying that with so many uncertain about our next steps and how our lives will unfold, our only job is to keep our eyes on the prize and to follow our North Star. And at this moment, in all of our uncertainty, we find that our North Star is not hanging over a destination, but it's hanging directly over the place we started our journey from. And that place is within ourselves. The physical location of where we began our journey may have changed, but we have changed dramatically and find that we are seeing everything now through a whole new lens and perspective. And with a change in perspective within, this will create a whole new path to follow our North Star. Beautiful card there. The next one that's coming out is Make the Grade with Flying Colors. And its message is, remember, you signed up for this. With so many of us from healing from trauma over the past months, the posse of angels are wishing to ask ourselves why we drew this situation to ourselves, to look for the gifts in our challenges and for the opportunity to put what we learned to the test. They're reminding us that instead of railing and blaming a situation as to why it happened at all, which is useless and only creates dissonance within our hearts, it serves us well to look for the lesson and the blessing in a situation. For then, and only then, we will truly find it. Each of us is in a co-creative dance with God and the angels, co-creating all aspects of our lives. Good ones, seemingly good ones, but they're the ones where we're challenged and tested are there for us to grow to our full potential, so they are good as well. Or our soul knows that it was because of these present trials that we may be going through, and not in spite of them, that we would emerge better and wiser. It's like we have a teacher manual within us. When a particularly challenging time arises in our lives, we have all the answers within us that we are being graded upon. When we take full responsibility and accountability for our lives, then what happens? We are no longer blaming, and we ignite the alchemical process of changing our perspective and our attitude. And it is these energies that can transform our challenges into divine opportunities to learn, expand, and to grow. Remember that we are each co-created with God this amazing journey that we are on, and since it is a divine co-creation, then we are more than capable and worthy of traversing this journey of ours. So, beautiful card there. And that one is a 32, which is about 5, which is about change on the horizon. When I went to my animal spirit cards, the one that hopped out first was Lizard, lovely, lovely lizard. And with his message is dream the world into being. Lizard card is a number 11. It's a master number. And it's reminding us how powerful our energies and intentions and desires are. Amidst all that is going on, amidst all that is going on, Lizard is asking us, when was the last time we basked in the sun, when we closed our eyes and allowed ourselves to imagine what we wish to become? Lizard is imploring us to allow our imaginations to flow and dream something new. What would you be doing? Where would you be living? How would you feel doing this perfectly divine-made business, job, career opportunity for you? It fits you like a custom glove and suits you perfectly. Seeing ourselves in this new role, how might we have allowed ourselves to grow and expand in order to step into this new role of ours? What would happen if we dared to believe in the seemingly impossible, making it possible first in our dreaming mind and then bringing it forth as a co-creative project with the help of Spirit? The posse of angels, they're reminding all of us that with God's help, anything is possible. Lizard is imploring us to give in to the power of imagination, and soon our dreams will become clearer and more defined as the steps will be revealed to us by Spirit, and what was just imagination will start to take form in our lives. And the posse of angels are reminding us that if we're going to dream, well, you might as well dream big. Following that lizard card is one of my favorites, which is Sandpiper Spirit. There he's dancing along the shoreline. There is nothing, and his message is be playful. There is nothing that sparks the universe, speaks the same abundant language as the universe, and really gets the universe's attention as to giggling and wiggling and laughing and happiness and joy and enthusiastic, creative, passionate. In other words, us being abundant. Our abundant energies. Sandpipers are such cute little birds. They're weaving, they're poking, they're dancing along the shoreline. Now is the time to engage with your playfulness. Whatever tasks we might have, perform them with a lightness in your heart. Be like a curious child in wonderment, being able to see the world through different eyes and discovering the new in the old. When we allow ourselves to be filled with these absolutely joyful energies, let me get the lighting right there. There we go. Allowing ourselves to have fun, even if we don't know all the answers yet. Who knows what treasures we may find by our happy decision. By skipping and giggling and running and flying free, we feel rejuvenated and playfully create our realities. So thank you so much to the sandpiper spirit and the lizard for coming in. And I just want to remind everyone that my books are available on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Those books are, that just fell on the floor, excuse me. I'm going to pick it up, is Our One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. And this is my channeled novel about my 5 most important past lives, what the heck I did in between those lives when I crossed over into our one true home in heaven. And the sequel is I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of myself, Angel Ariel, the autobiography of Angel Ariel, as I had a walk-in experience in January 11th of 2003 when I walked into Claire Candy's body. And 9 months after that, I write about, I drew to myself my beloved husband Pete, my twin flame, and created heaven on earth. Oh, the sun just came out. Heaven on earth for both ourselves and for so many people that I've come into contact with. And of course, there's my book, Angels of Faith, which is a book how about each and every one of us being divine and how we do not die because we have been divinely inherited with our divine eternal natures. These two, by the way, are on audio books on audible.com for those who like to purchase and download books. So there you go. I'm also taking and booking sessions now for intuitive counseling and angel tarot readings. So you can call me on 831-277-3716. And if you or someone would like to learn Reiki, I love mentoring and supporting students as they take their Reiki journey with me, learning Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, and the Master Teacher degrees. So you can get in contact with me for all of those things at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. I look so forward to speaking with you again next week. And remember to go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. Have an absolutely beautiful week, everyone. Bye.